Welcome back, everyone. This is it, the Game 3, the first one today, and it's a pretty damn hype one. Secret looked extremely good Game 1, and then on the other side, VGJ.Storm just completely stomps Game number 2. Are we going to see an even game, or are we going to see a stomp one way or the other, do you think?
I think Doom's banned, so it should be pretty tight.
All right. And the only ban we haven't seen yet is the Kunkka. VGJ.Storm has banned the Kunkka both games, and they left it.
I think with Gyro banned, it's a lot less value. So I like the Night Stalker ban instead. I think the Doom is like the hero that was making this Night Stalker seem unplayable because it doesn't matter if you see him.
Yeah.
But it's like having some special glasses, then you see like Lucifer in the corner. Like, how do you don't care? He's still gonna kick your ass.
Yeah. Yep.
Wow.
There it is. The one time they don't ban it, they're just going to first pick it. So
the new DK that scales really well into the late game suddenly.
Mm-hmm.
We mentioned DK just because it doesn't lose its lane, really.
And there's a K in its name.
And there's 3 Ks.
In Dragon Knight?
No, in Kunkka.
Okay. What's going on here? But there is going to be VGJ.Storm. What do you want to follow up with? What happened to Sand King, by the way? This hero's never picked or banned, and nothing happened to him.
I think against Secret, you're a little hesitant to pick anything that Rubik can crush.
Okay.
I love the Tusk here, by the way. That's like the go-to Kunkka counter, I think, because as soon as you see the X-Boat coming, you have this like 2-second window to just snowball that guy.
Yep.
Yeah, some sort of counterplay to the primary source of catch. Like,
talked
about Clockwork the last couple games, and now I mentioned Kunkka the other day too, and I'm glad you brought it up already. Like, you just please pick a lineup that he doesn't just X you and somebody's going to die. And teams, for some reason, let that happen. And I think that the Tusk is a great way. Like, if you pick it in the support, suddenly that opens up the core picks so that, yeah, you can pick a core that maybe doesn't die to X, but if he just has Tusk behind him at all times, that makes it much easier to play for any hero. But
Wait, that was both the heroes that weren't banned. I think, actually, VGJ.Storm banned both those heroes.
They did in Game 1, yep.
And look at that. So you just picked, well, we assume. Is there any chance Kunkka is played as a 4? No? Is this just straight up 2 cores?
I think it's 2 cores.
Okay.
I think Kunkka as a mid laner is just too good for what it does for the team. And I like the immediate Wyvern ban, too.
Yeah, same.
So, I mean, why aren't you scared? Why aren't you scared? You just picked 2 cores. Aren't these cores counterable?
Yeah, but they both do 2 very different things. So I think if you're going to pick 2 cores, they need to have a distinct purpose for your draft. And I know Kyle's kind of a fan of, like, if you can, delaying support picks, because sometimes support picks can have a massive impact on how the way the game's played. And certain cores, like, their game can be absolutely ruined by certain support heroes. And if you pick 2 cores that you're like, this is our game plan, this is what they're going to do, let's just counterpick whatever they pick next with our supports. And that can set you up for good lanes, good matchups later on.
And the Kunkka also can still be a support. So
if it has to be.
It doesn't give away as much as a different hero would. Like if this was, I don't know, Ember Lycan. This is still very open.
Yeah. This is one of my, I think Lycan versus Death Prophet is still one of my favorite things just because, like, the Ewell's Death Prophet gets, survives, just instantly canceled by a Book 3.
Yep.
What do you think about Axe for VGJ?
It's okay, but I stand by I don't like Axe a ton against Lycan. And I also don't know if I like it with Death Prophet as much as I do other heroes. I think you'd rather, like, Doom DP, it just makes sense, right? Double max HP based abilities. They appreciate longer fights. They're sustain heavy. I think Axe is better functioning with heroes like Lina or TA specifically, where you have like more of an assassin hero that blinks in on top of your taunt. You pick up the kill.
I just think Underlord's the premier pick against the Lycan just because the root is super annoying and it makes it really hard to enter fights. And the only other 2 heroes that come to mind are Axe and Tidehunter.
Yep, I would agree. I mean, they're probably going to do it, but I hope VGJ doesn't just grab Jakiro again because that hero just seems to be super underwhelming thus far.
What other 5 would be good? Disruptor? Keeper of the Light.
All right. I like it.
I haven't seen them play this on land, but in the NA qualifiers, they played a lot of Keeper of the Light.
I like it as a general concept. Again, Night Stalker's banned, so the main thing of Coddle, the Ags, is always going to be utilized here. And while Lycan does just kind of kill the Coddle at a certain point, you're always susceptible to Blinding Light.
I'm calling Tidehunter for VGJ. It may change with this pick, but...
Well, what do you call him for Secret? in this pick?
Well, they have to pick a support.
Could I don't know if they believe in it or not. They could bristle.
I want them to pick a gap closing support right now.
Yeah, that's
What would
kind of
that
what you
be?
need.
Well, name a couple of those.
I'm thinking.
I wouldn't mind Disruptor.
It's not quite the gap close, I don't think, but I mean it is.
What do you think of an Earthshaker here? I think Secret could do that too.
I like that a lot.
Yeah.
I think they've picked that against the Coddle before. Okay,
That works too.
Spearbreaker.
That's
Yeah.
a gap
Yep.
closer.
Yeah, they just need a way to catch this Coddle, and that's the most important part about drafting. They pick a hero you can't deal with, you have to immediately address it, otherwise you're going to have too many answers or too many problems to answer with one pick. And not necessarily saying that Spearbreaker is enough. You can blinding light charge, right?
Yeah.
That cancels it.
You can.
Yep. But it is one of I think you need an Invis hero or a Spirit Breaker to deal with Coddle. You need something that can find him and kill the Coddle. Like
Yeah.
that, I have played so many games against the hero, and I will repeat that 10 times in the draft. Kill the Coddle.
And you need a +1 with that, though, right? I don't think the 2 cores they have so far. I mean, maybe Lycan just running in, but I prefer it that Lycan's more of like a passive. Like, he's going to farm when his ultimate's down. So I think that the Coddle needs to be hunted not predictably, if that makes sense. Like, you know when the Lycan's possibly going to gank you. And I really hope that their next pick is something to pair with the Spearbreaker in that capacity. So they do go Axe.
It's good, but I'm scared. I think Axe is really bad against Kunkka. Like, really bad against Kunkka.
For what reason? The boat?
The
kind of
boat
issue?
buff, the fact that you're going to initiate, he's just going to torrent underneath you, and if you move too much as Axe, you're not going to be doing spin damage on the auto attacks. Plus, if you get X, you can't play Dota anymore. So you want to hit a taunt, get a Culling Blade, Battle Hunger somebody, chase them down, land another taunt, right? And Kunkka's just so good at combo breaking, and it just feels like it might be a rough game for him. That's all. And if you're Secret now, it's an interesting choice here. I feel like they might go. You already have the Lycan, so I don't think you want, like a Lifestealer type hero. I think they probably commit to Kunkka core here. I think that's fine. And now you pick your Yapzor hero. It's not a Rubik game.
I think it's a 5 Spearbreaker.
It's a puppy Spear
Puppy
Breaker for
plays
sure.
it,
Yeah.
Just like how he plays Night Stalker.
I just wasn't sure if it was
Yeah.
possible that it's a.
They need
Yapzor.
some damage. They could. Do they Disruptor? Possibly.
I think Skyrath is possible.
Yeah, because I don't think. I don't
they
think Yapzor would play Disruptor.
They
I
could
think
Jakiro too, or AA as well.
What happened to AA? Why isn't he just picked at all anymore?
You could
The Chilling Touch early nerfs, I think, were a big.
you
deal.
could Leshrac. Oh, okay. Interesting. Who's playing that puck?
They don't have any instant disables on VGJ.
That's to be a fun
Yeah.
puck.
It's a dream puck game for sure, but I actually think it could be a 4 puck. I think that it could also be Fata's hero, but I really like the pick no matter what, and I think it's a really good spot for this 4th hero, because what do you ban now if you're VGJ.Storm? You have no idea what this role is for Secret's last pick, and puck just fits. It's just a solid choice here no matter what. No matter who's playing it, it's
You
good.
need a good lane matchup against the Axe, otherwise, he can just go wherever and win the lane. And I think that having this puck, like a hero that constantly creates pressure when you have this Lycan hero, you want a hero that's going to shove in the lanes for you so that when you rotate, the tower is right there readily available for you. Because Lycan is a hero that he can't really shove lanes all that well, because if he shows, he usually dies because he just wants to activate his ulti before he gets gone on. So a hero that relies on that setup, and puck being a lane shover that isn't at vulnerability of dying this game.
It's also really nice against Coddle Tusk. The support duo doesn't threaten you
And
at
that's
all.
a +1 with the Spearbreaker too.
And it just kills the Coddle. That's another thing. It just hunts the Coddle. Really good counter initiation and just team fight disruption if you ever find the Axe. I think you actually put the Lycan against the Coddle lane, by the way. The Coddle Axe, you just let him tank Battle Hungers and he just buys regen
just
and farms
sustain
under
it.
tower. Yeah, because you don't actually want to play puck against it. I don't feel he just gets Battle Hunger spammed. What do you think? Let's take a roll call. What do you think this role is going to be on this last pick for Secret? Who's playing the last pick hero?
I think it's Yapzor's hero.
Team Secrets turn
They
to
actually
battle.
banned the Visage.
So that means VGJ.Storm thinks that it is going to be a core on Secret as well.
I think they're going to last pick Venno.
I legitimately was thinking Veno 4th pick for them, so I would not be surprised by a Veno pick. I think it was an insanely good Veno game. Heroes like that are really good for Axe. Really good against Axe.
So what do you take of your VGJ.Storm though? You need a resolution super hard carry. What can carry a game versus these in your face Lycan Spearbreaker Kunkka heroes?
I think you need to wait to see this last one just to know, like, have some semblance of idea of TA. I think would have been pretty good, but I mean, I think you have to see this last hero because the last hero is not only going to reveal what that hero is, but also, like Kyle said, it could be multiple roles, situations, and let's just wait and see what they choose to pick. I love the Venom pick. I was thinking that fourth, but
So going back a little bit, Kyle, why did you like the puck pick so much again?
10 seconds remaining.
Like,
+1 with the Spear Breaker, hunting
Just leaves the draft open, and you can't kill him in this game. He can play around all the VGJ heroes very well, and laning-wise, he's not threatened.
Radiant team
Gotcha. Well, here we go.
Lash, you
They
said
go
that
Lesh.
as well.
Yep.
So
I
what
think
do you,
you
what
need
do you
a
think
hero
it
that
is?
kills
That is
Puck.
the App Store 4 Lesh, for sure.
Okay.
I think you need a hero that kills
I know
Puck.
we were you guys weren't here for the first series. I believe Leshrek is 12 games picked and 9% win rate. It's won one game.
To be fair, though, Infamous and Vega both picked a lot of Lesh.
Okay, that's fair.
What are you trying to say
10
about
seconds
these two
remaining.
teams?
Well, they didn't win any games.
Sorry. I think it's like a really good TL game, but against like the ways they kill you. But now, like, I mean, like illusion type hero. But then you have this Puck Leshrek, and it's like you don't want to pick illusion type heroes into this. And so they kind of have a good combination of like area of effect damage as well as like single target focusing. And so none of these like BKB heroes really feel very good either. And I was gonna say way to kill Puck, and that's DK. I didn't necessarily believe they would go that route, but it looks like another safe lane DP.
If it weren't Rezo on it, I wouldn't like it. But the Russian players seem to have this way of playing DK as like the one and having it crush. So I don't mind it. And I think that they, as you said, they need a way to actually find kills right now.
Yeah.
And it had to have some sort of survivability as well because you have to protect your call and your DP. I also like that they have a form of non-blink reliant
What is
initiation.
MSS doing?
I
They're
know.
just throwing up hoops. They're balling right now.
Yeah.
They're in good spirits.
Yeah. I think DK goes Shadowblade here. They'll have a blink axe at a point, and then your Tusk DK can like make plays.
There you go.
Swish. That's what I'm saying. VGJ all day, baby.
So you like VGJ right here, Kyle? What about you?
They've been studying with Jeremy Lin.
I'm gonna believe in what Kyle said about the one position DK. I
Yeah.
think I have not myself watched it, but I can
Yeah.
see how that would make sense, and I think that makes their laning stage a lot easier to play with the DK. And now that they have this frontliner, you have to focus the DK to bring him down, and heroes like Coddle and Axe make that very difficult to do.
And they have the coddle too. So DK's like biggest issue in a lot of games is his mobility. And now that he has a coddle on his team, he's free to buy like Armlet into Shadowblade, right? Or maybe a Drums, but I think he's going to buy Armlet because, again, it's this CIS DK style. They go safe lane, they buy accelerating items, and then they show up at like level 12, and they have like 2,500 health, and they're crushing you. So I really like the DK
So
pick.
if you got your bets ready out there, make sure you go with Secret for this game.
Yep. After a 0-3 for our two analysts over here. But this is the first game. Yawar is going to be playing middle on this Death Prophet. How does DP versus Kunkka go if it's like a even player matchup?
I think you trade.
Have to imagine, yeah, it's pretty much just a trade, and it's kind of hard for Kunkka, I think, to kill the DP when he has a Tusk on his team once he hits 6, and I think it's kind of hard for DP to kill the Kunkka with the heroes that they have. So I don't think the mid lane will be too eventful.
DP Tusk could do it, but it's difficult. You need him to be softened up a bit, and you probably need at least 2 drains.
What's going on top right now? We have 3 heroes from the Radiant, 0 from the Dire. Seems to not going to be any sort of first blood before the 0-minute mark this game.
Yeah. The big key, I think, for Secret, I like what they did here, where they're going aggro.
Yeah, they're dodging the puck.
Yeah, you want to dodge the tri-lane for sure. I said you want Lycan against the Axe lane, but definitely not if it was going to be 3 heroes. Instead, he gets to free farm against the DK, and you want to be aggro when you're playing with a Spirit Breaker. Think of him as like a Chen type hero, where he's always trying to be like a +1 in a lane. It's way easier for him to do that if he's playing in the enemy jungle instead
They
of
just
his own.
TP DK top. And I was going to say that I don't think you mind being 3v3 on Lycan if your matchup in the other lane's good, but the DK puck matchup extremely favoring DK.
What is Battle Hunger?
And
Just
they're
gonna
going to
go out?
see the fact that DK's top, and he's going to leave, but they're
Got Fada.
I have to
Ouch.
believe Fada's going to leave us ASAP here.
This was a really good decision from Storm. I like this a lot.
He did TP on Rezo, though, so he won't be able to follow Fada, but I think that's okay with them, because they're going to make
What the
Secret
hell?
miss a wave.
So what's...
They're just trying to dodge
Okay.
the DK puck matchup.
Yeah, and look at that, man. Axe, he's just going to bully Fada so hard right there.
Look
And
at
it's
the
going to
battle
be
hunger.
tri-lane versus tri-lane up top. What a strange tri-lane versus tri-lane. Lycan plus the DK.
See, I like what VGJ did, though, because they won a wave, right? And they don't care who's the core in this lane. They just want to tri-lane against tri-lane down here. Up here, rather.
Yeah.
And hope Charge is going to come out. Tusk taking a ton of damage. This should be an easy first blood. And Ace is going to pick it up right there. Can they trade back? Doesn't look like it.
Lycan doesn't have a salve, so he's got to be a little bit careful of these Coddle Blasts stacking up. They will be able to potentially
Like where the
dive
courier is.
once these creep waves stack
Yep.
up.
And this is the thing that VGJ loves to do, right? They're heavy harass in both lanes, so the puck needs the courier for that salve, or he can't lane. And up top, Lycan's got 4 tangos, and if he gets a couple more blasts, he'll be able to regen too.
It's going to hurt. So, you like even though they gave up first blood, you still like VGJ.Storm's lanes?
I think they'll be okay as long as the Axe does all right versus puck.
Yeah. Kyle, looks like you're on camera. You should close the box at the top right.
Wait, what do you mean? Oh my gosh, why am I obsing?
I don't know. Ask Rob.
What the hell? All right. It's fine. I got it. Don't worry about it. I'll take it over, boys.
Oh, here we go. Charge is going to come in again on the Tusk. They're going to stun him up. Tons of right clicks coming. Lightning to slow. Body blocks on the Wolves, and they get the kill.
Slight misclick here happening. Rob, you had one job.
Wait, am I?
No, it's on me.
Thank you. Thank goodness. Just in time. I may have accidentally exited the game there for a moment.
Accidentally.
Well, we see a rotation coming up now. It is going to be this Axe, and he is getting charged. Is this going to be a kill on the Axe now? Sure looks like it. Stun's going to fly, and this is actually a level 3 Axe already. This is a ton of experience to be shared.
He TP'd up here, too. This is super bad for snaking.
Does have tangos. He can waste a lot of time here for sure.
He's going to live for at
even
least a
good
little
for him,
while.
though?
I would say so, because there's a Tusk in the lane, and because he wouldn't be able to get back to lane anyway, right? So you might as well waste the support's time, because effectively, he has 40 seconds of ineffectiveness anyway.
Who needs to see another tango before he gets stunned. He will get the Battle Hunger off, so he will
Oh,
have to beat that bash, though, and Lightning will come out. And, man, this is a rough start here for VGJ.Storm. It's 3-0. Your level 3 Axe dying early gives a ton of experience over to the supports.
But look at this puck bottom, only level 2. He's going to have a rough time down here.
Mid lane, Kuga has a lot of denies. He's actually a full half level, or a half level ahead of the DP.
It's going to happen. Tidebringer being able to be used on these denies makes it so nice. And look at this. Pretty much just eats that full Spirit's Life and doesn't even care. 2 denies coming out from Yawar while we talk about that. So it's 3-0, still less than 1,000 gold lead. I think big one's going to come when those 5-minute bounty runes. Is this going to be a big fight top for these bounty runes? I feel like it's going to be a
It could be.
reasonably big deal.
I'm yet to see like a massive engagement at a 5-minute bounty
It
run.
just seems like 2-for-2 trades a lot of the time.
Yeah, it's kind of odd. I feel like teams could look to push that advantage a little
Oh,
bit more.
SVG is going to be in trouble. We do have the Orb of Venom plus boots on Puppy. This should just be a pretty easy kill on SVG.
This
Right
is the
click's
plus
coming.
one we talked about. This is Spear Breaker plus the puck. You have to be able to hunt this Coddle, and suddenly they are down 4-0.
And it's 1,000 gold lead plus.
Yeah. Despite the fact that the puck is hurting on CS, so that kind of evens out the deaths a bit. But obviously you got to minimize this bleeding. If you die enough, eventually you won't be able to occupy these lanes.
Yep. I think if you're Tusk, I want to see him look to kill this Kunkka. I think that's the only real place they
Ooh,
can
middle
replace.
lane. This is almost a guaranteed torrent, even if it's under tower. It is going to get thrown out. We have a TP coming in from this Tusk. Can he get the snowball in time? He's going to snowball. Stun actually misses. They trap him under the tower, and I don't even think MSS had to be there. They just get an easy kill on Puppy. Some missed abilities coming out from the Dire side there.
I don't think you actually get that kill anyway, though. It's like so difficult once the drain goes off in the Spear Breaker.
Yeah. Now, look at these bounty runes. Oh, one of them, Yapzor's going to steal one. Can he get out of here, though? Charge is going to be coming on Snaking here. He's trying to get some spins. He does.
No battle hunger yet.
Yapzor will get trapped in. He gets the call off. Will he continue to spin? He will. The shards are going to last long enough. Nice dodge there. And now Puppy. We do see the double torrent come in. Can Snaking? Will he go down, or will MSS just tank this death? Looks like he will tank it up.
He's a decent Tusk player.
Yep. Sure seems like it.
Yeah.
And bottom lane. Nice phase shift dodge. Level 1 phase shift dodges the level 2 illuminate.
Is under attack.
Thing about the is that Rezo is really fat right now, and he is the hero that Secret has a very difficult time dealing with as the game continues. No Silver Edge buyer, and you can't really look to kill him. And great pull. That's a sick
Top
pull by
lane.
SVG. That's like a full wave that's going to be denied now from Puck.
Snaking should go down here. Will there be a bash? The body blocks by Fada. So nice. Silence comes out. So you like this pull even though no one's in the bottom lane? You don't like it just pushing the tower with the siege unit?
You don't have level 6 on DK, and I
Okay.
think he's like your push, right? I'd rather you do that and just deny the wave than give Yapzor like a free TP bottom for 2 waves of XP. Because the issue with the DK at this level with Coddle, you don't actually threaten kills. You just win the lane.
Okay.
Somebody can just show up and drag creeps, and that's the thing is that if you have a timing for pushing the catapult, this push effectively doesn't kill the catapult. It just makes it linger there. So it's actually a threat that will be when he has enough. Like now he has level 6, and now they can. Oh no, the catapult! No.
Oh no.
Rip.
SVG even pinging it. Knows what's up.
That's not exactly what they were going for.
We'll get 2 hits still.
Nice last
Puck,
hit of the lightning storm.
Man, look at this. Puck finally rotates back on top, but you see Axe. He cuts the creep wave, and he's fine taking this tower as well. Just wants to get battle hunger on Puck. We are going to see a charge come in, but you can't really do anything here, and man, snaking. What do you do against this guy? It's not like he even has items right now. Goes for the call, but MSS is here. He's going to trap him in Fada. That was a very
was that?
strange use of Orb.
That was very questionable.
And now
That's
bottom lane.
interesting play.
Bottom lane, we're going to see Rezo just start pushing this tower. You wish you had the siege unit now, but going to be fine. Illuminate will blast these creeps, and, well, creep wave's already dead.
Oh, they might
Top
be going
lane.
yeah,
They are.
MSS.
They're going to try to bring
Constant action
MSS
up
down.
here.
He does have a snowball still, but look at this. Snaking gives him vision on the bottom side. We are going to see a call.
Well
That
played.
TP, MSS, he's going to get out, but will Snaking just die here?
He's fine.
We're going to see how long does this shapeshift last for. Probably
Shrine's up.
long enough. He's not going to make it, though. Will go down. Resolution dies as well.
Dire's middle tower
Bottom
is
lane.
under attack.
Wait, how did he die? I guess the
Boat.
boat combo, plus the Leshrac stun follow up. That is a lot of damage against the DK and all magic damage against this high armor hero.
That's 2 cores just going down. Axe as well as the very farm DK. Ulti will get popped by Yawar middle. I like this TP by Lesh. No vision. Get to throw the lightning. Now they have vision, obviously.
I really like this creep choice by Ace. He has the ghost that slows his movement speed at this stage. All the heroes on VGJ rely on just walking away.
Oop, charge. Going in
Level
top
6 Puck.
lane. Middle, though. They're going to try to. He gets a double. And now they're going to go on in middle. Yapzor might just die to Ghost, going to get the stun off anyways. And now mid one, taking a ton of damage from the Ghost as well. He's going to get the Spirit Siphon. The Ghost damage going to be a ton. He does get the wand off. Right click's coming.
Nice.
Nice kill by Yawar there. And guess what? He doesn't even mind. Ghosts are going to come and heal him right on up.
Yeah. And this went from a pretty good Puck game to a terrible Puck game the moment that DK got picked. And because he's had such a tough laning
Top
phase,
lane.
he doesn't really come back into this game. And
Look at this Ghost, so.
yeah. Vanguard, though. He doesn't. Oh, my goodness.
Is under attack.
That Ghost did a lot of damage, damn.
Yeah, seriously. It's hitting for
47
60.
plus 12, yeah. Holy smokes. Well, bottom lane, no Dragon Form even used yet for this Tier 1. A TP from Kunkka is coming as well. Spirit Breaker. Here comes the boat and the X. He's going to try to stun, so the X doesn't. Oh, does get pulled back anyways. And now Puppy is going to charge in on the other side. Hits onto both of them. Resolution taking so much damage. He actually summons in MSS. They
Tower's
just get
gonna
out.
Denied.
And that's big because
Yep.
0 gold completely now for these denies. But hey, they got this tower before 10 minutes in, and they struggled with it.
Yep.
The Coddle has no farm. Is the one thing I want to point out.
Yep. And Ace has a lot of it. And he's also doing that skip boots build, which means his timing is going to be about as fast as possible. And that's key because Lycan is all their objective and all their Roche ability.
Middle lane, Yawar might be going down here. Sure does. Mid one, going to take a lot of damage. We already see the Breathe Fire come out, so mid one, oh, and you look at that miss attack uphill as well. They can't kill Resolution, but they'll save their team, and Yawar does get Puppy.
He's going to go drums on the DK. I really wish that was an armlet.
So you say there's no farm on the Keeper of the Light, but it seems VGJ.Storm kind of wants that, right? Because he has plenty of last hits. He's just buying everything, while Tusk has items, and he has no CS. Do you not like the
I
Coddle
guess
not
I
getting items?
haven't paid attention to VGJ.Storm picking this, but most teams put Coddle as like the hard 4 that get the Ags at least by the, what is it, the 24-minute nighttime that they try to get it by? At like the absolute latest. And I don't think that's happening this game unless they manage to create space with this Blink Dagger on Axe, who's about 1,000 gold off, and Puppy's going to get his levels top. I still like the chances for VGJ.Storm, and I'm with you, Kyle, that The drums is a little bit odd on the
Ooh,
DK
smoke middle. Sorry.
because he is kind of the one position of the team, but
Oh no, they lose vision of him.
they get the X.
They do get the X. Here we go. Boat's going to come in. It is going to hit him. He is tanking up quite a bit, but even with that, they're going to go down. Now MSS, he's in a lot of trouble. Tries to nice shards, won't get it up. Now Snake King's in here, but he's just taking so much damage, and he's going to get X. He's going to get cold as well with Yawar. They're taking so much damage. They're just going to get team wiped. And wow, that was not a fight that looked like VGJ just TP'd in one by one right there and just got picked
Yeah,
off.
that was just really poor execution, as you said. Like they're not set up for that. We've talked about this many times, but it's okay to lose a player here and there, but you can't just die one by one. Like they got top tower, and they TP in mid, and like this is Lycan's power spike. That's a Necro book, Hod, and his ultimate. Like you don't want to fight into that.
Yeah.
Who did we call to win this game again?
I think we were talking about how. I don't know actually. Let's keep watching it, and then
Yeah.
we'll decide what we
We'll
said
decide-
before later.
Yeah, okay.
I do like what happens there. Fada, after he gets that coil, he instantly TP's bottom because the creeps are pushing in, so he
Finishes
gets a
Blink.
lot of farm.
Yeah, that's his blink done. He'll
Which
have
is-
coil when he gets back to base, and maybe they'll even smoke up with it around the probably wait for the next Lycan ulti, which is up in 50
I don't know.
seconds.
This seems like the biggest thing. Secret is so good at defending these tier ones. I mean, they lost the bottom one, but now this middle one, possibility of pushing, and they just always TP to
They're
defend
just really
it.
good at gauging exactly their capabilities of defending and how many heroes they need to bring to do so.
Yep. I also really like that Ace is he like kills that mid tower, as you said. Fada pushes out bot, and now Ace takes this area because with no Necro, it's up now, but no ultimate for 30. Why would he want to be in his own jungle, right? Just play enemy side of the map. Even if he were to die here to 3-4 heroes, there's no objective in sight for VGJ.Storm. This is effectively defending his mid tower, even though he's so far away. Because he's just gonna kill this tower, right? Or maybe he just TP's out with
Taking
trying to
notes
show.
right now.
Look at this. There's no one gonna come. He's just gonna hit the howl, and
Yep.
pretty easy tier one, even with the glyph going out. Dire scanning. They're like, are they defending? And they sure aren't.
That's a really good play. Like they lose nothing for this, and this is a perfect example of like tier 1 carry play. A lot of Lycans, their ults down. They'll say, "Guys, I have no CDs, can't fight." They immediately go farm that triple camp, right? The masturbatorium that they won't want to leave for 60 seconds. They just farm some jungle. Ace is like, "Yo, guys, I'm gonna take a free tower.
Mid lane.
Now I'm on a tier 2 with my cooldowns up again."
Here we go. And like you said, X plus Boat gonna come in. Torrent probably gonna fly shortly after the stun from Yapzor. They're trying to kill him. He is tanky as
Yeah, so
hell.
doesn't
though.
have his ult. Okay.
And well, that's a tier 2. They're still going.
They're so fast. The damage output from Secret is
No one's
unbelievable.
TPing Meg. This is gonna be a lot of damage done to this tower. Is anyone? Doesn't look like VGJ wants to rotate down here. They don't mind their base dying top lane. They have 4 of them. Puppey actually comes in, and he might kill SVG or get the blinding light. We finally get some TPs going bottom.
Yeah, you can go here if you're Secret. This is a tier 3.
Yep, looks like they might get a resolution. Pops his ulti. We already see Yawar. Ooh, gets saved by
Oh,
the
no,
snowball,
the
but
coil.
it breaks the coil. Yawar still healing up a little bit. I don't know how he's still alive. Not for much longer. He finally goes down. Snake King does kill Yapzor. Puppey actually does end up killing SVG top. And that just feels like a very big mistake coming out from VGJ.Storm and a good capitalization, like you said, tier 1 play by Ace.
Man, Ace is just crushing on this Lycan, but I gotta say the issue with VGJ when Rezo goes these items, he went Soul Ring and drums. I really think you only need the one. Soul Ring armlet perhaps, or just like I don't know, Shadow Blade early. But these items mean that he doesn't actually do anything for his team right now. And the Axe just now getting his blink, they haven't had the ability to make plays for 14 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think a lot of these like carry plays, it's not necessarily that they can't stop him from pushing, but he knows that they don't want to do that. And that's why they keep pushing this tier 3 despite the fact that like it works because he knows that they don't want to be there, and that's why VGJ.Storm shows up so late. These teams, it puts you in an awkward spot. You're like, I don't want to defend my tier 3 with these heroes at 14 minutes into the game, and they can't even defend their tier 1. So he just walks down without his ultimate, and now they can actually push the tier 3 because of it. And I don't know, man. This Lycan, despite the fact that he's against an Axe, I can see why you don't really view Axe as much of a counter. It hasn't seemed that scary for him this entire time.
So, I mean, where do you go if you're VGJ.Storm? You don't have a true late game carry, right? Like, you want to take these mid game fights, but how do you do that versus a farmed Lycan?
Yeah, especially when you look at the board Secret
Book
has,
3.
right? Lycan keeps playing bottom, and in the meantime, Puppey has 3 wards, 1 in his own jungle, and then 2 aggressively placed. Like, you can't actually make moves into this top side of the map, and that's where VGJ really wants to play. Mid lane, they get a coil on DP.
Will they be able to bring her down? Doesn't have the Ewells yet. does get a Spirit Siphon off the boat. Will end up hitting stun from Yapzor. Puppey comes in, and it changes at the last second, goes over to MSS, gets a stun on SVG, and look who's here, snaking. Finally does get the blink call. Fada taking a ton of damage from these spins, but he does phase shift through. Looks like they will be able to bring him down.
Look at the skill and item build from Yapzor. Skips his ult, goes Aether Lens first item. He's just spamming QEs from max range.
Ooh, and
It is pretty hard for him to walk in this game.
Yeah.
look at this bottom lane. They have to be so worried about it. A siege unit picked up as well from the Lycans, home of the Dominator.
Ace is so farmed.
That's a book 3, and like the DP has no play to this. Like even when he gets the Yules, you just purge him down, then maybe he Yules is up, and that's why he picked it immediately as a
Snaking?
response.
Snaking's just kind of out in the middle of nowhere right now. Not getting any spins. He does and gets the kill, but you're trading a 3 for a 4 there.
Yuar has
And
no
now an
Yules
X.
16 minutes into the game. They know they have a ward here now because he used the X when he should be in fog.
Uh-oh. And now charging uphill, man. They just keep going. He's going to try to get over to the shrine.
Yeah, they're just
Won't
forcing
need to.
responses, though. In the meantime, Ace is shoving down mid. He does pop his ultimate to get away from the threat of the DK. And Rezo, like, this is not the CIS carry DK that I expected coming into this game.
You expected more of like a Ramses, go armlet, and go just damage.
Yeah, the
Like
no one build,
SNY
like just
type
raw
build.
damage. Yeah, you're a carry, right? You're his team. You're the team's one, and he's itemizing as if he's like the 3 DK. You know, drums into blink. Neither one of these items like really does too much for him. Yeah, you can find some kills, but as Secret's proven, they're willing to just play your side of the map, even if you kill a Lycan by the dead tier 2. Like you're not going to get anything else out of it.
Now we see Yuar will have his Yules. Can buy on the chicken. But like you said, it's the book 3. Just instantly purge that if it does happen.
Yep. And it's 3K lead for Secret, but like to reiterate, that's all on the Lycan right now. And if there were a hero you wanted to be ahead of the game, Ace is certainly it.
Bottom lane is getting pushed in pretty hard by SVG.
They're smoked on
Clears it out.
VGJ. They don't have Blink on DK yet, but they do have it on Axe. He's going for the Blade Mail. Maybe Lycan will eventually kill himself on that, but if he gets like even just one armor item before that happens, which he's already 2,200 gold towards an AC, that is,
Pretty good.
yeah.
10,000 net worth at 18 minutes in right now.
Lycan can absolutely solo win a game in a game like this where they don't have too much late game on VGJ, and Lycan is just, this is the time in the game where he's the most powerful hero in the game.
So, failed smoke gank by the Radiant. It's not like they really even got any wards down. They got one between the tier 2s, top and middle. Fada, he's just been sitting in these trees the whole time.
I like that Lycans are more often casually just popping their book, using it to farm, and actually just get D wards. It's like, you know they don't have wards there, you know that, I mean, the Necro books do piercing damage, so they do a ton of damage to creeps, and it just accelerates you
Oh,
even
you
faster.
are? You are's getting charged. I wonder if they know how many heroes are actually here from the Radiant. Well, we're about to find out because Puppey will get stunned up. Charge is going to fly, and this is just going to be a tanked gank by Puppey.
Look at how much they're using. Look bottom.
Yeah, they are. They're trying to get the silence off. He blinks away. They have to TP on
It's a
down.
DD Lycan.
Fada is just going to try to cancel as many TPs as he can. It looks like he might die for it up
Lycan
top.
zoom.
But here we go. They're going in, and now tier 3 does get glyphed up. After Fada dies, we have a call coming out, and Lestrak dies instantly. And they might have overextended here. Do they have anything to cancel? They sure do. It's Resolution, and they do lose to tier 3, and they're losing a lot of this ranged
There's
barracks
all the
as
Necro
well.
book units as well, and the HOD. That's
A lot of gold.
that's worth. And I don't like that play from Secret because they already have the map control, even if they don't kill the shrines, right? I feel like that's just too much expended, and now you give
Treble has
Rezo,
an
like-
Ags, by the way.
Yeah, that's a mid tower too. Wow, really? Holy crap! Were we just talking about how poor he was?
I mean, he just sat bottom for like,
He
besides the
was-
Lycan pushing, he
Damn,
just sat
dude.
bottom.
Yeah, he's been farming for like the last 8 or 9 minutes, but he was a solid 1,800 gold off that like 3 minutes ago. So he just got a huge insurgence of gold because of that last fight, I guess.
Unfortunately, it's 11 seconds to nighttime, but I mean that's got to be good. The thing is, Secret's team fight's still pretty powerful, and I think if they can force a fight on a shrine into a Roche, that's where they bring their advantage back. But that was huge for VGJ.Storm because once again, we've talked about it. Lycan is one of these mid-game tempo carries. He doesn't scale into the late game like I don't know, a gyrocopter. He wants to have a decisive lead by now. And when you're playing against Axe, even though he's not a hard counter, he's about to buy a Blade Mail. And then all of a sudden you catch a taunt, there's a DK stun on top, Coddle Blast, like you're just dead.
Oh, middle lane. He exited himself, but he is getting pulled back. Will it get there? Yep. gets pulled on back. Puppey charges in. Here comes the bow plus another X. SVG,
Oh,
he's
no.
actually running in. He runs into everything. Gets off the blinding light, but that was some interesting positioning from him.
Pulls
He's
in
just going to
Yawar
die.
into the middle of the fight.
And now, uh-oh.
And that's when you start pinging your support player.
Yep, and that a rare mistake from SVG, I would say. He just ran in, got himself and Yawar killed.
You can't take that fight. Like, why even go for the Kunkka? Of all the heroes, you can't kill the Kunkka.
Now they're chasing down.
Yeah. I like the play,
Revolution
though,
here.
from Rezo, because he's preventing them from doing Roche or taking objectives. But wait, just kidding, because Ace is like, nah, boys, I know what my job is. He's going to go hit buildings.
Radiant's top tower has
And
fallen.
man, Radiant, Dire actually got the top tower as well. That is a lot of team gold. It's now a 2K lead. MSS does go down as we watch this tier 3 die. And this just feels like the Ace show this game.
Yep.
Is under attack.
Buyback from MSS. And now, we're just going to see they are going to back out. It's a 4K lead. No Raxes are technically down yet, but 2 tier 3s. You lose one more team fight, you just lose your entire base.
I can't believe they made that play at nighttime, too. We just said it just turned to nighttime. It was like this 4-minute window where Secret, you could feel the pressure on them to make something happen, and then VGJ just give it to them.
Here's your something.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, that's a lot of teams this tournament. I don't know if it's the change in the patches, but they don't have the discipline to, or they're not using the discipline to just say this is when we're strong. Lycan at night, like it's not only that you don't have the coddles daytime. Lycan is a lot more powerful at nighttime.
Yep. Howl having double effect.
Yes,
Increased
sir.
night vision when he's ultimate.
And he almost has AC complete, which is gonna make him even scarier.
Yep.
Radiant's bottom
It's like the
tower
timing
is
for a
under
Lycan. You
attack.
give the Aegis to probably the Kunkka, maybe even to the Lycan since he's just so strong. You get the AC, and all of a sudden, like, buildings just get shredded. And the issue with those tier 3s is now even buybacks, like, if you can just buy 3 or 4 seconds with no glyph in the enemy base, like, Secret's just going to clear a Rax.
Dire's middle tower is
Fada
under
scouting out with this Invis and quite fortunate.
Oh, and here we
Charge
go.
on the
The
column.
double coil comes through. Ooh, nice blinding light to stop that all, but in comes mid one. The call's going to fly.
Taunt.
So much damage coming in. Spirit Breaker is going to be the only one who dies. SVG has already gone down. Puppey actually still runs away. Snake King drops, and look at all these creeps running in. Yawar in a ton of trouble on the backside. Does get another Spirit Sight off, but it's not going to matter. They're going to look for more. It's resolution, but they actually turn, and they're going to go for MSS instead. MSS does kill mid one. And now, he's just trying to pull him away. Get a snowball forward about 1 foot. Does he have another ice shards? He
body
does not.
blocks.
He's just going to die here.
And you can see, like, the DK's damage output, even though he's top net worth on his team, is negligible. Like, he's not a threat whatsoever.
Radiant's
And
bottom
DP,
shrine is under
running around with
attack.
2,400 gold, I really want him to spend some of it. I think a little bit of armor would be
Radiant's
nice here.
bottom shrine has
There's the
fallen.
medallion on the tusk, but I stand by.
Just
I
a
think,
plate mill, maybe?
I even think a solar
just-
crest is absolutely fine.
yeah, just the ogre, like just buy the axe, right? Have 220 more health.
180. It's only 22 on strength heroes.
Ah, good
Yeah.
point.
Hey, that's what I'm here for.
Thanks, BSJ.
First time tonight. Feels good, man.
And man,
Look at-
Secret, they're looking good. They have played this game so well. Ace, he's looked like a completely new carry from even just the game they won,
Yeah.
even from that one and the second game. He's just played this game phenomenally.
I
And real
think he's
quick,
better
che-
as a tempo setter myself.
Check the vision for Secret before this Coddle Axe gem takes it all down. They've been dominant throughout this nighttime period. They've had 4 or 5 wards up at all times. They have no wards placed this entire time as VGJ. So they have the gem Coddle Axe daytime, but instead of an even game, now they're 5k behind, and it's going to be about this Roche. I think you want to get it. You want to fight VGJ on this daytime, a long fight if possible, live through the combo, take out this Leshrac who's just blasting them from the backlines, just spamming with his Aether Lens. Take him out and win a decisive team fight that lasts a little while.
Are scanning.
And so you still think VGJ has a shot here?
They have a shot, but the window is certainly closing. This Kunkka is starting to do some serious damage. When he gets a BKB, like, he can pick and choose who he wants to kill by just running in Shadowbladed, Xing somebody, and blasting him to full combo.
Ace also gets level 18, so you have the level 3 ultimate. Once you get level 20, 8 more seconds of it as well.
I feel like against heroes like Puck, Shadowblade's just so much better on DK because they can
Agree.
actually react to you blinking on top of them.
Yeah, we even said how they already had the Blink Initiator. Now you're just putting yourself in a position where you have 2 Blink Initiators, and again, they don't have that typical one because the Dragon Knight's itemized this way.
They are smoked up. They can always recall the DK who TP'd to base to get his BKB, which is in 5 gold.
Yep. You want to force a fight around Roche, but
Lycan's
Ooh, this
doesn't
could
have a
be
way to get out of this.
They do need snaking. He's a little bit far back, though.
They see him.
He's in trouble.
Oh, and it's going to be a blink forward by Resolution. Gets the stun. We're going to see snaking. Will blink in. Gets the call. And even with that AC, if you have 5 heroes attacking you, you're going to go down.
How did he not see them on the ward? Or
They were smoked.
They were smoked up.
It's kind of odd that he's showing his hero in lane like
Well,
that.
yeah, he
snaking.
popped his book and everything. I feel like he just chill in the trees, yeah.
And then he feeds away some of his book, but middle lane, I like this. Look at mid one, just continues to push it. Get it torn it up, and look at this. Here comes the one book that didn't get killed. It's the Range Rex. It will not heal back up. They have to glyph.
Yep.
That does not feel good to have to glyph when Lycan's dead.
Spearbreaker, though, on the top side. He's getting caught by the Tusk and the DK. Bit of trouble, his puppy.
Yeah,
Just
looks
charge
like
in
he
1
will
second.
just go down.
He's fine.
He's charged, but where's he going? We have a coil coming up.
Uh-oh.
His team's coming. Mid one will get stunned up. BKB gets popped by Resolution. He's just right-clicking people down.
You don't want to fight
Mid
this if you're
one?
secret.
Yeah, they're trying to go in. Resolution blinks forward, has another stun, gets it off. They just don't have that much damage, though, is the problem. MSS
Opal
does have
wearing
ice
off.
shards as well as that snowball. Will he just go down? Oh my goodness, gets punched back so
Oh,
far.
fuck that.
Resolution
Two-man
will
call.
get the kill. And we do see on the back lines, Lesh will go down as well as the puck. And, well, you are?
Puck buys back?
What do you do with this buyback? You just...
Dude, what? Both these teams seem to just be forcing these fights when they really don't want to. How many times have we seen supports get sacrificed? Instead, Kunkka blows the full boat on a BKB Dragon Knight. MSS almost lived there as well. Like, there's very low percentage play. Now, if you're VGJ, right, you play around Roche. You still have 1 minute of daytime, so don't let them Roche. Maybe you take a fight at nighttime when DPL comes back up, but I think this will win Secret the Aegis, and like that might be their time to go. The Aegis and this BKB Lycan, I feel like that's about as strong as your advantage is going to get.
I agree. BKB on Kunkka will come out pretty soon as well.
Yep.
Yeah, that's a little weird.
It's a scary timing.
VGJ.Storm forced to fight at night, and then Secret forced one during the day. And now I'm like you said, I think it's on Secret to push the tempo. Nighttime coming up in 15 seconds, and VGJ appears to be looking for like one last play before it hits nighttime. But I don't think they're gonna find anything.
Yep. We have 5 heroes. They're gathering up for a smoke on Secret side.
If they have it available on Lesh, they can push out the mid lane with summons. They're actually gonna show the Kunkka intentionally, probably to disguise this smoke.
I like it, though. I mean, just hits nighttime, right? Let's go do it. And they don't have the BKBs up, which is a bit scary for me, but they're still very powerful. They just have to be fearful of a big call with this Coddle Blast.
Oh, SVG. He has a 4-step, but he's not going to be able to get off. That is going to be their gem. He's going to go down nearly instantly. They pick it up, and now Resolution gets thrown into the air before he gets the BKB off. Snake King does get it, but look at that. Yule's into the air. In comes the boat. Snowball will save him up. Resolution trying to do a ton of damage. Punch into the air is Ace. He's taking so much damage, but they can't quite bring him down. This should be a kill on the Axe. They get him. They bring him down, and now MSS. He doesn't know what to do. BKB popped by Yawar. They're going to try to chase down Spearbreaker. He does have the gem. This would be a nice kill. Can they get him? He has charge up in 1. They get the gem back. Call on the backside. This is going to find the Kunkka who doesn't have a BKB, and
Great buyback from Snaking there. Huge to turn that fight around. They had no DP ultimate. That was like their only prayer of winning a fight,
This
and
is
now they
Roche.
get to walk into Roche. Yeah, exactly.
And they do
Ghosts
have
up
DP
in
ultimate now.
10 seconds. And there it is.
Yeah, I like
Not
that you just
10
use
mana,
them.
sorry.
Just use them. Because you don't want to make a real play until daytime, so just win the Aegis, and then you'll have 2 or 3 minutes of
Not do anything.
Exactly, and you can still use your bodies to prevent Secret from making plays, and then you get daytime. You can go make them yourself.
The big thing is they got the gem back right, killing Puppy right there, so.
Rezo has some. Does he have a Maelstrom? No, wait. Oh, wait, no. He just has the. He's going Mjolnir or AC, one of the two. I think both are decent options.
I actually wouldn't mind a Mjolnir in this game, just because there's so much AoE and like minions to clear. Like you're gonna get a lot of procs. I don't mind the AC either, though, when you consider that nearly all of Secret's damage. Actually, I don't like it, to be honest, because the cleave is pure. There's a ton of magic damage. It's just liking that the AC is going
Yeah,
to be
since they have no
effective
Silver Edge, you can pretty much rely on your passive to
Yeah.
give you the tankiness that you need. And nobody else on your team right-clicks as well.
Yep, there's the BKB on Lycan now. We have one as well.
Shiva's almost done on Death Prophet, too.
on. It's a big item. It's a little greedier in the sense that he could have gotten an Aeon Disc, but instead he's going for this like more
Ooh, bottom lane.
pure defensive build.
There's some crazy stuff going on. Puppy's actually here. He just gets stunned up melee form by this Dragon Knight, and he's just going to go down. Just a little bit pushed up right there.
There are some random feeds in this game.
Yeah, I like that they gave the Aegis to Snake King, by the way, because both DP and Death. First off, he had no buyback, right? So he pays with the buyback to win that fight. He receives an Aegis, and the DP and the Dragon Knight. They're
What do they
both
do?
ult-reliant cores. If they go down with their forms used, it doesn't matter. They're like they don't respawn strong at all.
And Snake King's gonna throw his body in literally every fight. So
Yeah.
it's good that he. The usual play against an Axe is you let him blink in, you tank the initiation, then you kind of kite him until he dies. And now you can't really afford to focus him at all because he's just gonna come back.
I mean, this timing, you're still going to have a BKB on the Kunkka very shortly. You just got on the Lycan. Can't they just 5-man for this? I mean, it's going to be daytime in 50 seconds.
You can't. There's daytime. Like you can't push. And like whoever initiates is actually at a big disadvantage in this game unless they are able to find kills. Because both teams have massive amounts of combo break and peel. Like you can't just go hard into a boat, right? You don't want to use your BKBs first. You want to force the enemies and then like chill a bit.
Yeah, he is going for the Mjolnir on resolution. I like that
Yeah,
choice.
I was about to make the same comment. I agree. You don't need armor, just do damage, and that's going to be a sick item here because he really does need to scale to deal real DPS.
So, I mean, we're now 32 minutes into the game. It's less than 1,000 gold lead. There are 2 tier 3 towers down on the Radiant side, but, I mean, are you favoring anyone, or is it still pretty 50-50?
It's still 50-50. Could go either way, but I like this. You saw Secret smoke just before a nighttime hit, and now you have VGJ just before daytime. Let's go smoke, and that's why these teams made slight errors, but they learned from them. They understand how important the clock is in this
Intentionally
game.
showing Axe, by the way, and they have the ability to recall him into the fight. So
It's
not
a great
like that.
play.
Yeah,
You have a huge vision advantage. You're going to find the Lycan here.
Oh.
he's getting
Yep.
recalled for sure.
And a Ghost just get popped immediately. They want to kill his Lycan, and they will. We'll even pop EKB. Doesn't have time if he wanted to, and that's a kill. And that's level 20 on Death Pro. Do you just take a tier 2 middle?
I think you do. I think that you take that. You use the Ghosts, so you will only have Aegis for another 230. You will have the chance to use Ghosts one more time. So I think you just accept the tier 2 and go look to defend waves.
And you can even send heroes like Axe top, and he can just get recalled if they choose to keep going. That's the beauty of the Coddle pick.
Yep.
And they're just going to keep going for now.
Yeah.
I'm watching his top
I like
lane, seeing
this.
if anything's going to happen, but yeah, we do go back in. Can't recall quite yet. They jump in. The Kunkka gets found. There's no boat on him yet. The rum is not there. He's finally going to pop his BKB, but the damage from Resolution, they
no
don't have the
detection.
gem. He's trying to cleave him down off the last drag. It was a good try, but Ace has bought back, and look who's coming in. It's Puppey. Gets healed up on the backside. This is a buyback coming in from the Lycan. Can they bring him down? Boat flies in. They do kill SVG, and now they're all coiled into place. Ace is going to be able to run away. Level 20, so he has the extra 8 seconds. They're going to try to run away. Can they bring down Fada? Barely dodge it. SVG's going to buy back as well. Snake King gets the call onto one. It's Spirit Breaker. Nice triple torn from mid one. Yapsor doing so much damage. Can they bring him down? They get Puppey. They get Yapsor. Puppey buys back.
MSS
Yapsor
is
could as
fucking
well.
insane.
And look at this. MSS.
That was like
still
2
going
snowball
in.
saves to save teammates.
Still has
Snake King in a
Aegis.
lot of trouble right now. He does have the Aegis. Will get popped, but Yawar.
And Coddle's back
Coddle's
for the
back.
sustain.
They do. Yawar doesn't have ulti here. Do you just try to get everyone out right here? Boat comes in.
Breaks it with the Yules.
Will hit on the
DK,
axe at
DK
least.
full HP, blinking in.
Now, as he does go in on the backside, he doesn't have Dragon Form for 15 saves. They're trying to bring down this Lycan. They know it would be a dieback, but they just don't have the damage. Not the
Yep.
Ghost, it doesn't look like.
You can't take long fights against daytime Coddle. This is going to continue. You won't actually be able to kill anybody, and the big ults from Secret are down. They have no ability to make a play here until Lycan's ult's back up in 2 seconds.
The problem is you
DK
don't have
forms up
that much
again as well.
damage. And now here we go. Mid one pops the BKB. We're going to see. They're going in. Can they kill this Coddle? They try to.
Yules.
The Yules comes out on Spear Breaker on the backside. They're trying to bring down this BKB. Kunkka looks like they will be able to. They do. Yuar's ulti up in 15 seconds. Ace is getting slowed, and they're going to be able to find Puppey. That's a dieback from him as well. And VGJ.Storm's going and snaking.
Ghosts are back in 10
Barely
seconds.
misses.
This is how long this fight's
You
been
can
going
go
on.
throne here.
Yeah. I think they can just end the game. They have Coddle Day. It's still for a
Puck
minute,
in trouble
15
too?
seconds.
Looks like Puck, yeah, does get
No
found by
mana.
MSS. Do we have a stun by Resolution? We do. Doesn't even need to use it. That is a dieback
throne.
from
They're
him
going
as well.
throne.
They're going to go for it.
VGJ.Storm is doing it.
Dire ranged bottom barracks does go down to Creeps.
Yeah, they're going to recall the axe. Perfect. It's literally perfect play from VGJ. You can't take long fights into a Coddle
they
axe.
go in. They're going to find Leshrac as well. Guess what? He already bought back as well.
In and out, baby. The rhythm of VGJ, it is crazy. They are just on point. They keep finding pickoffs, some sick taunts in that game.
It's
MSS
over.
went off, man.
MVP MSS, no question. That was
Dude, his
insane.
tusk is fantastic.
You have to ban it.
Snake King shouts out to his girlfriend. Good for him. That's that might be the biggest win of a lot of these players' career, honestly.
That's a guaranteed top 3 at the major?
It is. That is
Wow.
winner's bracket for what a game. That game was so back and forth. That was just a fun game in general to
I
watch.
feel like Ace kind of threw it though.
What Ace
Not gonna lie.
carried him in the early game
But
though.
you're the
You
hero
can't-
that's 8-0 and 9. You're a Lycan. You're kind of like the pushing version of an Ursa in that, like, when you just die, the game becomes so much harder to play, and like.
So you're gonna blame the 11-3-9 guy rather than the 4
Okay,
negative
coming from
heroes?
a support's perspective, are you telling me that a Core's K to D tells you how well he played?
Yeah. Consider he's also in 4th place in damage dealt on his team, and that Puppy played excellent. He dominated
So
the
you
Vision
guys-
game. They found Coddle like 4 times.
So you're gonna discredit all of Ace's good play in the beginning because he made one bad play in the end?
I'm not saying it was one bad play. All I'm trying to say is that when your net worth distribution is like pretty much everyone's kind of even. There's there's a pack, and then there's just Lycan that's 6K gold ahead of everybody. I feel like
I'm
you
just saying
can't-
because
I
at the
think what-
beginning of the game you were praising Ace. You both were very
no, and he was
hard.
playing very well.
What Brian is trying to say is that if he were playing Lycan,
They would have won.
he would have won that game. with
Exactly.
His boys.
That
and
was
will
100%
say-
what I was saying.
Unbelievable. VGJ.Storm, who would have thought they would show up today, take out OG in dominating fashion, and then come back to beat Secret 2-1
That's
after
it.
dropping that first game. The
Wow.
finest teams in Europe
They
fall to the ground defeated in front of Jack.
Reigning supreme in a Dota.
That's just, I mean, that's just crazy. You see Snake King 10-9 and 10, but they're just good plays all around. And that was also for a game 3 for winners bracket. It was very sloppy from both teams. Like both teams did make a ton of
was-
mistakes,
yeah.
I would say, but it doesn't matter. Whoever makes the least amount of stakes, you take that win. And man, you talked about it. That I love that smoke right before daytime.
Yep.
By the VGJ.Storm. It felt like that actually.
I think the
won 'em.
showing of Axe intentionally is awesome. Not because you're just showing a hero. You're showing the hero that
Yeah.
Team Secret's worried about
Yeah.
getting initiated by.
And not just that, he has Aegis. So
Yeah.
he is free to dangle, even if he goes down. You're
And
going
then
to
he's
find
ready
that
to
kill,
tangle.
and then you can just bring him into the fight.
To tangle.
Boom, there's the taunt. In the meantime, he's clearing creep waves, threatening, and I think that Secret made a couple big miscues there. One, the Lycan's going to die, right? But their issue was they focused too much on splitting the side lanes. They had Puck showing top and Spearbreaker showing bottom. So VGJ is just like, all right, there's no one in base right now. We're going to just immediately pressure. Now they've taken possession of the high ground, and Coddle's vision shifts from like, oh, the outskirts of the base to like the entire base. Then you're forced to buy back because otherwise you're losing a Rax. And in the meantime, they're just taking this incredibly long fight. The Coddle bought back that fight. I believe they had one other buyback too. No, sorry. Rezo just TP'd to base, came back in full HP. Boom, he's up. They took that fight for so long that the DP and the Dragonite ults that we talked about, you can't really fight too well without them. They came back up. It's still daytime, and now Secret's out of ults, they're out of buybacks, and they're out of BKBs.
I mean, that was all in one daytime. He had 10,000 heal on Caudle. That was all in one daytime.
It's a lot
Pretty
of healing.
much.
Yep.
And that is just nuts that, like, when we talk about this Kunkka hero, the reason why we've been seeing him so powerful is he just clips, like, a third, a half, whatever percentage of your health at the start of the fight. And then it's blasted off, like, meaning they just get all
Yeah.
their health back. Do it again, and it's like, I actually think that was pretty cool because Kunkka, these Kunkka gyro-type heroes, Caudle seems like a decent way to deal with them, at least the Kunkka.
That seems like, I mean, they kind of planned that, right? Like, the Kunkka was the one hero they banned both games, and they finally let it through, and then all of a sudden, the first Coddle of the tournament comes out.
Yep.
I will
That's just
say
good
we
planning.
actually picked VGJ.Storm, by the way.
We did.
We
You-
did. There we go. We were warming up.
33%. In America, you guys are failures, but today, we will consider you guys winners. The biggest thing, one more thing I want to talk about before we leave. Well, we still have one more game after this.
Series.
3 more games, a
Yes.
series or 2. Resolution, you didn't really like his build. He still did not have damage items at the end of the game, but he managed to put a lot of damage. Is that just the Coddle healing him or his positioning?
I think it was just because the fights were going on so well. Like you saw the fights that Secret dominated. They were just ping pong to different kills. Like
Yeah.
1 down, 2 down, 3 down, and they boom in like 10 seconds 4 heroes are dead. But the moment that these heroes have the ability to live through the boat combo, the Lycan's few auto attacks, and I really think it was just MSS changing his play style, and all of a sudden every single snowball was used defensively, nearly every time to counteract that boat, which is what we said at the start of the draft. Like that's one of the only heroes to really deal with an X. The Death Prophet has Yul's BKB Shivas all of a sudden, so he can Yul's himself on the combo. You have BKB on the Dragonite. Suddenly, no one fears the X boat. And if you look at the initiation, outside of that, all of Secret's initiation, with the exception of a Spearbreaker ult, is completely nullified by BKBs.
Yep.
And when we say Secret needs to win fights quickly, and that's the case, it gets real difficult, especially at daytime.
I can just tell you, like, those MSS snowballs, man. I know we already mentioned them. Oh, we got an interview
Ooh.
with Rezo.
Are we interviewing him? Oh, hang on. Oh, damn. Well, here's Rezo.
What? Oh.
And
I
get
thought-
into the best status.
Well, first game we had some issues. Like we thought we were, they were outscaling us, so like they had better late game, so we were like a bit stressing our moves. But we came back. We came back with the mentality that we need to chill and just like play our game, like let them play on our hands, and we just managed to came back.
所以我们第一盘其实打得也比较放松，因为我们觉得他们选出的阵容后期实在是太过强劲了，我们想在前期通过线上优势来打赢。当然第一盘我们也是确实很放松，也没有很认真的去打，所以我们在第二盘能够比较好的调整好回状态。
那在第3盘比赛当中，你们也是感觉故意放出了秘密的狼人跟船长，那你们为什么会这样做呢？是不是一点都不怕？
During the last game, I think you intensely let Secret pick their Lycan and Gogo. So why you do that?
Well, we did this because we didn't want to play against the Night Stalker or Doom, so we kind of like, we thought they would take only one, but they they took two. Lycan pick was nice from them because like we took their best profit, but overall we were playing for the Coddle timings, and once we got it, like the game became like really our favor. But I gotta like give credit to Secret, like they're pressuring you so hard. Like if he just did like 1 or 2 more mistakes, we could have lost this game very easily.
所以我们这一盘其实是不想看到 Secret 选出 Doom 这样的英雄。我们本以为他们会在船长和狼人之间只选出一个，但没想到他们选出了2个。当然，在这盘比赛之中，我们的光法的这个装备实际是非常的好的。当然了，我们也觉得 Secret 真的玩得非常好，他们整盘都给了我们整个团队非常大的压力。如果我们在游戏过程中失误了1次或者2次更多的话，我想我们就可能赢不下这场比赛了。
那你们觉得你们在第3场比赛当中最关键获胜的那个时间点在哪里呢？
So what's the timing you think, or which team fight you think you get the game, you conquer the game? Basically you have decided your win.
I think it was when we got our timings like with Zaginims, and we killed this Lycan first, and then we took the fight right after, like around mid tower. So both back there or Konka, somebody else from their team, and I thought at that point like we kind of turned the game, and then like we kept playing, but like it was kind of like in our favor because at daytime it's really hard for them to fight.
我想是我们在31分钟左右上高的那一波，因为我们先手到了狼人，并且把狼人的状态直接打得非常惨。然后因为那是32分钟是白天的情况下，我们在后期上高非常有信心，同时也比较好的限制住了船长的发挥。
好的，那我们也是再次恭喜 VGJ.Storm， 希望他们能够在后面的比赛当中有更好的表现。Thank you.
So thank you and good luck.
Thank you guys.
Well, that was very enlightening. You guys already kind of typed. It was when they got that Lycan kill. They got the buyback. They pushed in, and man, I don't know what else there's to say. VGJ.Storm, what a team. They win a minor. They're now top 3 at a major, guaranteed. I wouldn't say. I mean, we watch a lot of NA Dota, so we're blessed enough to know. I mean, they are a very good team, but I don't even know if we all expected a top 3 at a major. That's crazy.
I think it's been pretty much a very long time since you say you take nobody doubts NA's skill level. I think it's
I think a lot of people do.
No, the skill level. I'm saying it's the ability to bring it all together into like a unified, organized team plan where they're actually working together.
SVG, baby.
I was going to make the comment. This is, I think what's super important in this patch and just the way the game is played right now is to have, I'll say like clean drafts where you see that you have the answers to the enemy.
Yeah.
And the Dragon Knight, like maybe they're lower damage, right? But it gives you the ability to kill these Lycans and these Pucks, interrupting Spearbreaker charges. Puppy was no longer able to crush this fight because there's suddenly Coddle Blasts and Yules and DK stuns. It's just the right pick there. You know, it's what fits and it's what gives them a win condition. And VGJ is always playing. Every player seems to know his job in the game. They all understand the responsibility, and they don't ever have like games where it's like, oh, well, this is some garbage. They just lost.
Makes sense. We are going to take a quick break. We have one more best of 3. It's going to be between Vici Gaming and Mineski. Mineski, we saw they they handled TNC.
They did.
So they're going to be looking good. They're going to go against who was it? There was the first place in Group
VG Gaming.
B. VG Game. Was it Group B or A? I think it was B.
Group.
Because B was the hard group and Secret had the easy group. So yeah, Group B. So VG Gaming. I don't know. I think it's going to be a very good match. What do you guys think? Just first thoughts before we go to break.
I think it's going to be very draft dependent. Vici certainly looked like the cleaner team, but at the same time, like they were losing a lot of lanes in their group, and I think they probably could have easily lost both those games to LGD and just not been in this position. And Mineski, I think, will punish them a lot harder if Mineski's given these like super favorable laning matchups. So I think it'll really come down to that.
I was going to say that a lot of Vici's wins, not to take anything away from Vici because they had to do everything right to come back, it felt like the team that was ahead would slip up once or twice. They would capitalize on it. And like you said, they'd lose their lanes, and then they'd come back after that. And I don't think Mineski's the type of team to do that. I think that's exactly what makes Mineski like their greatest strength. And we saw it in the first game they won, where they just win all 3 lanes and then end the game at 20 minutes.
Yeah. And that's like what made Mineski good, right? They brought in 71, and all of a sudden they have this discipline and this smoothness to the way they hit their timings and take objectives. And I just feel like they're almost built to beat Vici.
They
but,
love these like
anything can
Timber Saw
happen.
type heroes that like once you win your lane, you're unkillable.
They do. Well, that's good. Well, we are going to have a little more time after this break to talk about it. So stick around. We got another great best of 3, and when we come back, get ready for some more great Dota.
I'm ready.